The issue of corruption, I frown at corruption. But it's very clear that we don't need to reinvent the wheel. What do I mean? We already have institutions in place that could have been utilized. I believe the issue of the Commission of Inquiry, bringing in 3 judges and for X amount of months, was a waste of state funds. I repeat, it was a waste of state funds. We could have utilized the Anti-Corruption Commission, but I see it as a vehicle of victimization. It was done purposely in order to victimize the opposition party, because we should not make laws based on one particular ethnicity or political party or region. It should be fair across the table. And I say this because it is very clear in the report that how can you have the various permanent secretaries who are controllers of the vote, leaving them out because most of them belong to a particular tribe, and then you go after a set of people because they are politicians not belonging to your tribe. And for goodness sake, how can you give job, a ministerial appointment, to one of the former civil servants, Dennis Vandi, as Minister of Agriculture, whose name is among the list? Or you name the Minister of Lands. For in fact, when there was about the traveling ban, the former Minister of Lands, of one-time Minister of Internal Affairs, Musa Tarali, who traveled in and out of the country, while other people were restricted, other former ministers were restricted. But for goodness sake, if we have the instrument in place, if it's going to be fair play for everyone, why would you just chase a particular tribe, a particular region, or a particular political party, and then you leave out other people that belong to that party before, or civil servants, and chase just a set of people? It's unfair. So the entire issue of the Commissioner of Inquiry, for me, is a miss of its real properties of justice for all. And I want to say that categorically clear that the aspect of justice should be fair to all. So we couldn't have used the Anti-Corruption Commission, because for goodness sake, it's so ridiculous that you look through the report, most of the responsibilities have now been sent back to the ACC. So why did we have to waste our money? Why did the president and his team waste the resources of this country just to victimize a set of people and chase the president, the former president, wherein him himself is sitting today? Tomorrow he will become former president. Is that how he wants to be treated? Humiliate to the next person? I am speaking to you. You know my story. But I have given peace a chance. And an iota of truth cannot be left behind if I don't say it. But because Sierra Leone is bigger than me and you, we have to give peace a chance. That's a very close one, I'll be honest with you. Because looking at all of the analysis, I don't see nothing. All I see is hate. We've seen other countries whose leaders have embarked on hate, and the way they've gone, they've not made any progress. No progress was made so far in those countries. In the superpower countries, some of them, one or two we know. In developing countries, we're aware of that, even in West Africa. Because of hate, there's been no progress. And Sierra Leone is no exception to that. When we talk about the TRC report, that is what we could have utilized. But I sit here talking to you as an icon of peace for the development of Sierra Leone. And I believe that is what we should utilize. We should respect the rule of law, embark on the democracy, the fragile democracy that we have, respect the office that we hold and our predecessors. But I think this time around, the hate is destroying our country. The love is what we need for the unity and and progress of this nation. It is a very difficult moment in our history. We are such a small country to which none of us decided to be a Sierra Leonean, but God Almighty made us Sierra Leoneans. When I make some reflection on what we used to do, the diversity or inclusivity in governance that we carried through President Nkrumah, and when I saw the rampant sacking and chasing of civil servants because they belong to a particular ethnicity or region, it was disastrous. How can we mend that catastrophe? We have to come together as a people in order to unite our country. Because it disturbed me a whole lot when I look back and reflecting on the slogan of the SLPP party to say one country, one people. It doesn't mean one country, one region. It doesn't mean one country, one tribe. We're all Sierra Leoneans. Why would you put a round peg and a square O? And there's some institutions where you used to have one person working, and now they are now inflated. The wage bill has gone up because they have decided to increase the wage bill by hiring more people that are not necessary. You have a witness. You can attest to that. So for the Sierra Leoneans that used to serve in some positions, who the country had spent so much resource in some of the areas in training them, you cannot treat your own people like that. Being a head of state is for everyone within that particular tenure of office. Well, to start with, I am back in APC not as a new member. I am continuing from where I left off. Let's get the record straight. And to your question, I have to be very clear with you that APC is a party of the grassroots Sierra Leone. APC as a party, I believe and I stand by the dictates of the APC party. There is no issue of revenge. There is no issue of paying back. We want to transform Sierra Leone. We've done it before under President Nkrumah's leadership. It's evidence-based. You can see it for yourself. You're my witness. But what are we seeing today? No atom of development. It's just retrogression and victimization. Is that what we need as a developing country, as a war-torn country? We work hard to rebrand Sierra Leone. We do not appreciate Sierra Leone being looked upon in this manner from this leadership.
That was former Vice President Alhaji Sam Sumana in that interview with Abdul Rahman Kamara. It's 9:21 from a studio clock, and you're watching The Star.